We're going to show you a tip now to get all your ground ladders plus some needed equipment to the roof to do a ventilation operation. First, we're going to go over our ground ladders. You see we have here a 14-foot roof ladder and a 24-foot extension ladder. This is going to enable us to have a ladder to make access to the roof and one that's going to go on the roof that's going to give us our stable working platform. The first thing that we're going to have to do is use our roof ladder. It's going to be the foundation of the whole setup. We're going to come and we're going to already have the hooks deployed. So just push them in, rotate, and then they're in place. Also, making sure which way that your hooks is placed is important as well, because we're going to be going into the house this way. So you want the hooks to be toward the rear, so whenever we raise, everything's in proper position. Next, we're going to utilize our extension ladder. The roof ladder is going to act like a sled. We're just going to come to our extension ladder and roll it over into place. Now you see where the hooks really come into play. This is going to lock this extension ladder in when we go for our pull with the sled. You're also going to want to ensure that you take your extension ladder and you make sure that everything is lined up. So it'll sit on there really nice, so everything's kind of in a just straight forward fashion. I'm going to put the saw in next, but the order that you put the tools in is totally your preference. Some people like to put the bar down through a rung, or some people will just take it and rotate it around just because it sits real nice inside the cradle of the ladder. Next, you'll grab your hook and you just stage it on the rungs. Last but certainly not least, we'll take our Halligan tool and do it just in a similar fashion, just around the rung. Now that we've got our ladders and all the tools in place, our sled is ready to deploy, or drag, as we're going to demonstrate to you. Now I'm going to show you in full PPE how everything goes together. It's very efficient, and in today's times of low manpower, we really need things to be going. All right, here we are at the house. You see I stopped short because I'm just trying to gauge the proper angle that things are going to be. Once we've got all our equipment here, I'm just going to dump it all off. So I'm just going to go back, roll the ladder, and kind of get everything separated real fast. I just come to this other end of the ladder. I normally push the extension ladder out of the hooks and just roll it over, and everything will dump off nicely. Plus, now I'm here at the proper end to do our raise for the ladder. We're going to use the residence as our foot point. Now, we'll just come, do a flat raise. Once we get here, just bring it out to where we need it. The next step would be to raise it if we needed to. I'm going to show you a quick tip on how to raise an extension ladder 24 with one person. It's all position, it's definitely not strength, or I'd be in trouble. We're going to put my foot on the back side of the ladder. It's going to keep it from kicking out this way. Bring it up. Once it's in position there, my foot's in position, I'm just going to bring my knee and the side of my body in position. So my foot's keeping it from kicking out that way, while my upper body and knee are keeping it from going this way. And now, it's very easy to raise, lower, and manipulate this ladder. Once you do that, Wherever you need it, you just lower it into place. Then you just tie the rope off. Let's say that you get your ladder in place and you've got an obstacle, such as this bush, maybe overhead power lines or something, topography of the land. We need to get this ladder moved to a different position. Utilize the building to help you. Don't try to use your brute strength or manpower. We're going to come, we're going to get down in a linebacker position, we're just going to roll the ladder into place. We can do this as much as we need to do, whichever way we need to do. It's very fast and very effective, as you can see. Next, we're going to move to our roof ladder. You see we've already got the hooks deployed, so that's one more step that we don't have to deal with. So I normally come up, find our balance point, and you're going to need to know that here later on in the presentation. Just take it and bring it up. And I use the end or the beam of the extension ladder to get it into place. Using the beam of the extension ladder as our foot, we'll do a flat raise. And rest it on the house on the beam. As you see, the hooks are on the outside, so that's going to allow us to slide up the beam on the roof, then just fold the ladder over into place, and the hooks will already be deployed and hook around the top of the roof. Next are your hand tools. We'll get all these into place. The hook and the halligan are really easy. We'll just take them and we're just going to stage them on the extension ladder. And next we're going to use our saw. Hopefully you started at shift change and you started once we got here before we go on the roof. We're going to take our strap, just take it over our shoulder so we're still hands free. We're going to go up, start up the ladder so you can still have your hands to climb with, which makes things safer. Once you get to a point, you can readjust your hand tools like we're doing with the halligan, just moving it up. That still allows you to be hands free. Once we get to a certain point, which is right about here, our balance point, we're going to go up with the ladder. So we're still hands free. We can have one shoulder, one arm on this ladder, and one on our main contact as well. So we'll go up, and it'll pendulum over into position. Once you go up, you just keep moving it up. Till it reaches the proper position, and you just fold it over. Now, since our hand tools are already up here, we just get them, put them over onto the ladder, and then we transition over. To our stable work platform. So now we've made it to the roof. We've got all our tools, a place to work from with the roof ladder, extension ladder that's above the roof where we can find it in a smoke condition, and we can get down if we need to, all in one trip. As you can see, none of these methods were conventional, but in these times of do more with less, it is very effective. It's good for when you are short of manpower or one of the first companies there on the scene and don't have any additional resources there yet. So hopefully these tips can help you in your time of need.